everyone. I am here to do another installment of this ring bound journal start to finish. So let's see, this is my prototype book, and we did the ephemera folder, and we did the expanded file folder, and the journal and flat pen, and the 5 tag pocket, which I have to make the tags for, but I have a plan for that. And then the next 2 bits, this one is super simple. It's just a writing board with some sketch pad paper on it. And then this is kind of a flippy outy bit. And this was the first one I did. And I did one of my magnetic over the top window tags. I may or may not do that one there. There's a tuck spot there. There's a tuck spot here, and some tiny tags from Tracy Fox, and a tall tag, and another pocket. So that was the first one I did. The one I did yesterday is this one. And this one I used Splendid Nature, Tracy Fox's Splendid Nature. Instead of having those little tiny windows on the front that had T-cards that slid in and out, I just made this front bit a window in and of itself. And then I did one of these little faux Tim Holtz pockets with the teeny tiny tags that were in the Splendid Nature kit, which are so cute. And then on the inside, this is a magnetic paper clip that I made with little magnets. And these are little journaling cards that are a part of the kit. And I didn't want to cover up this image, so I just have magnetically paper clipped them to the top of that page. And here's, look at that cute, oops, was that off screen? Cute little mouse pocket, I couldn't resist. And a tag in that pocket. And then this opens, and some more of those cute little journaling cards. And again, I didn't want to cover up this image, so I put a little glassine pocket there. And these are more journaling cards that come with the kit. I love this kit, it's so pretty. And I also fell in love with that little frog image. He's so cute. And and some tags in there. And then on all of these, I've left the back blank. And there's the writing board for that one. So that's what we're going to work on today. And today I chose Artie Mays' Fern and Mushroom kit because that is one of my all-time favorite kits. So first, here's the one that is the one we've been doing together. And here is, so all I did for this is a back of one of the pads of, it's either watercolor or a mixed media paper, but it's one of the cards from just a pad of paper, and it's really nice thick board. And all I did was cut it down to size, and all I'm going to do, this is super simple, is throw some glue on the inside of this adapter. This is the last pre-made adapter that I made. So after I did this, what I was thinking was, oh, well, you know, you don't have to do an adapter for your pages. You can just make the edge of your page for your ring journal really thick and sturdy, and it'll work just as well. Oops. So that's why I decided to do the file folder one that we're going to do next. So all I'm going to do with this is slide that on in there and make sure all the surfaces are glued down, and that's really it. That's all this requires. And then I have a couple of these little, on the other ones I used some of these, but then I remembered I have these cute little wire clips. Love these. I think I just got them off of Amazon a while back. So I'm just going to make sure that's all nice and glued down on both sides. I'm going to stick my little clip there, and then I'll just cut some watercolor or mixed media paper to fit on there. That simple. But it's a really nice thing to have in a journal, especially one like this where you might be taking it on the go with you. So let's close this up. And these are the components that I have kind of pre-torn and cut so that you didn't have to watch me tear and cut. So this is a file folder that I've cut down, and I've cut it down. So this is for the Reader's Digest size. I've made it 5 inches across and 7.5 inches high. And then these little lines are indicating these lines here because I want this to fold back. And so what I did the first time I did it was I just tore the pieces to fit once it had been already glued down. But then I realized that I kind of like the way it looks to have these glued into that fold. So I'm going to glue those into that fold. And I have a cover page that's torn down to fit this cover, and another page that's torn down to fit that one. So it's just a matter of covering your file folder, and you absolutely don't have to cover the file folder. I just really like these kits and wanted to do that. So I'm going to take my glue stick, maybe. Okay, it's getting low and there's glue on the edges. Okay, and let's see, I need a glue book. And I'm just going to glue these down to cover up the file folder. It's really, really that simple. So I think the next thing that we do after this one is I'm going to use all of the offcuts from all of these kits to collage together to make some tags for that 5 tag pocket envelope thing. All right, hold on. I just need to focus for a sec to get this on there. There we go. And then when I put the grommets on, the grommets will go through the covered up pages as well. So here, let me do the inside cover of the folder, and this will get folded down. So let's see, I should probably score that. And I pre-folded this already, so it should. Just want to maintain that fold because it's hard to find if you don't afterwards. Okay, so I think I'm just going to apply the glue directly to this page. Okay, so yeah, so what I was saying was I think I'm going to do the tags next, but then I need to think of maybe 1 or 2 more things to add to these. And I actually have to admit, I don't have any good ideas at the moment. So if you have any good ideas for what other kinds of interesting pages I should add to this, leave it in the comments and I will figure it out. Because one of the things I really like about this project in particular is it's kind of a reverse engineering project where you kind of know where you want to go and you figure out how to make it work in this book. Okay, so this one is going to go here. So I'm going to glue that down. And what happens inside this area isn't as important, because that's all going to wind up being glued down and sandwiched between the file folder when it comes time to put the grommets on. Okay. So that's going to go like that. And then, whoops, this is for the back here. Oh, you know, I think I reversed those, but that's okay. And I'm going to ink up this edge. That edge is going to be it's not going to be a opening closing edge. It's going to be permanently closed. So I don't have to worry about too much wear and tear on that spine. It's not as if we're sewing in journal pages or something. Okay. So I have to say, I'm also have really enjoyed working in a group of 3 on this, because, you know, the first one you do, it's totally your proof of concept. And then the next one you do, you kind of figured out what you did wrong the first time, and you can fix those. I'm just going to grab a wipe here. Feels a little bit gluey underneath there. And then the third one, by the time you do the third one, you kind of have it down. Although I have to admit, whether or not to do the magnetic window tag, haven't completely decided on. Because on the first one I did the magnetic window tag, but then on the one that I did yesterday, what did I do? Oh yeah, I just put a pocket. Oh, I put a pocket there because I couldn't resist that frog image. That was totally driven by the cuteness of the kit I was working with. Okay, I'm just gonna have a dry one here from yesterday. Dry that off a little. Okay. Okay, so here we have the basics of our folder. This is going to get glued down so that it can be folded back, and our grommets will go there. So it will open like that. But the next thing I want to do is take care of the flippy outy bits in front. So I've pre-cut these are just some strips of muslin to be my hinges. And you can use paper hinges. I just like to use the muslin hinges. I feel like they, you know, they're going to last a little bit longer. Oh, you know what I should do next is ink it up. And I have been using this peeled paint. Where's my... I've lost my ink dauber thing. Oh, here it is. So yeah, so peeled paint. So I've shown you this before. I use the wine and champagne corks as my extra daubers, and I just glue on a Velcro dot underneath there. Okay. So let me just go ahead and ink all these edges, and that takes care of any miscalculations. On my tearing. I can trim that stuff down too. That one's a little too long. But for now, I'm just going to ink. And that's going to be the fold that you see. So I'm going to ink that one. This peeled paint is probably my favorite color after the vintage photo. For any kind of nature journal, and for the kits that I use, I just love how it greens everything up a bit. And it's not too bright. It's kind of a very natural green. I like it. And if you do it it also combines well with the vintage photo. Okay. So that is that. And actually, I'm not going to sew. Okay, so at this point, I think I will glue down the, I think I used the art glitter glue to glue this part down. This is a dry wet wipe. Okay. All right, so here is my template to show me where the holes are going to go. So I will draw those in now. So that's where the grommets will go. Excuse my reach. Okay, so now I have two flippy outy bits, both of which I have chosen. The core is offcuts of file folder. So I chose fairly plain ones because I want to have a window inside this one. And then, oh, I didn't do a back for that. Forgot to do a back. Okay, well we can do that. And then this one is going to have that faux Tim Holtz taggy bit right there. So let me glue this one down. It's gonna need I think I will put that on top of the paper because it'll be too lumpy. Let's see, let me just grab a sheet of paper here. It will be too lumpy if I try to sandwich it between the papers. Some glue page here. Oops. And again, I chose some plainer parts of this kit because I don't want it to compete with what goes on top of here. So that's going to go there. And then I'll show you that when here's what I cut out from. So this is probably going to have, you know what I can do? I can just glue this on and then cut around. That's what I'll do. To save some time. And so it does get kind of curly when you glue like this and you're putting a lot of glue on, but then it dries quite hard, which I like. It feels sturdier than before you glued anything on. Or again, I'm going to go with a fairly plainish area, because I'm going to put a tag or something on top of it anyway. So I'm just trying to find, oops, wasn't ready yet. Trying to find the edge. Okay. So I'm just going to push that down, and then I can pull that apart and I'll just cut. Well, you know what? I think I'll tear this edge because I tore the rest of them. Is the only reason why. Save that. And I'll tear this edge. Deciding which way to go. Okay, and then this bit here, and then I think I will just cut this bit so it's clean there, and then here, and I'll just cut off this little bit down here. Okay, So there's that, and then this page is going to need, so that will be the front of it. I'm very sticky today. Oh, okay. So this is going to need the longer piece of fabric. I think I'll just do it to that side there. So I'll use a little bead of Fabri-Tac. And you don't need a lot, you just need like a string, a bead going down the side. And then I'll smoosh that around a little bit and lay that right down there. Now this is absolutely fine to sew. It adds a nice little element. A lot of people like that, but I cannot sew on camera. So I'm not going to sew this one. Okay, so then this will get glued. Should I do it to here? See, that's going to be a pocket. Or I can do it to there. Probably should do it to there. So same thing, nice little bead of glue going right down the edge here. Right along that fern. I'll give it a little smush around. And then I will lay down my muslin hinge. Okay, so there is the first flippy outy bit. And then this is going to be the next flippy outy bit. And so this is actually going to have a window cut into it. So what we need to do is we need to allow for the window. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to line these up before I glue it all down, and I'm going to, oh, I remember yesterday I had a really hard time. My my hole punch did not like, where is it? Did not like going through all those layers. So maybe I'm going to try using my square punch today, because I think my square punch is behaving a little bit better than the circular one. I think I'll put it lowish. No, I'm not going to put it lowish because I'm going to put the, this is going to be to show through to the teeny tiny tags. So I'm going to put it right there. Okay. So then, I think I'm going to just draw where it's supposed to go. And I'll try doing these at once. Line them up. And line this up. So you can see what I'm doing here. Okay. Voila. Okay, now I will glue this down. I think I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac right now just because it's out and it dries so fast. It's highly reliable for both fiber material and paper. So there's that side. It also allows you a little bit of leeway to line things up, and I'm just going to wind up having to trim that little corner off. I probably could have cut it through all the layers, but the circle one gave me such a hard time yesterday. Hello, so this is actually the next day. Yesterday my phone rang and things happened, and I came back and I finished this, but I had memory problems. So anyway, so I just came to show you the finished product. So it's in the book, and it has a front little flippy with a tab, and that opens to this little faux Tim Holtz pocket, and I embellished it a little bit there, and these are the Tracy Fox tiny tags, the medium and the tiny ones. And then it opens like this, and come on, turn. And this is a Edith Holden tall pocket with an Edith Holden tall tag that I have some tea-dyed paper on. And these are 2 of the fern and mushroom tags that come with the kit. And I've just inked them up on the back using the peeled paint and the vintage photo, and those colors go really well. So those go in there with a little cut apart there. That is not from that kit, that's from another thing I had. And then there's a ribbon billy band with some journaling cards that I just inked up in the same way. And that's pretty much it. I left the back blank, and I left this inside cover blank as well. And then here is the that writing board, and I just cut up some watercolor paper and stuck it on with that cute little wire clip. So that is everything. I am working on making a collage board to do the tags that we're still missing. And then those are all the things I set out to do. It's not overly thick. We could probably stick a couple more things in there. But I'm not really sure what to do with it next. So if you guys have any ideas for what kinds of interactive pages should go in this next, please leave me a message, comment below. I would love it if you would click like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope you are all enjoying your day and looking forward to a lovely weekend. Have a good one. Bye-bye.